As we now have the top 10 guys, the finalists for the World's Strongest Man, we are going to take a look at if it's the right people, if it's the right men, or if someone's missing out. So, as you know, the winner of each heat and the second place goes straight into the final. When those guys have reached the final, you compare those 10 guys, and the top guy starts with 10 points in the final, the last guy will start with 1 point. But when we talk about sport and 25 guys compete in the same events, and you want the 10 best in the final, you should compare the 25 guys. You shouldn't have the top 2 from each group, in my opinion. So we are going to compare all the 25 guys and look at who actually did best, who was the 10 guys, who scored the most points, and are there someone's in the final who shouldn't be there, and if so, who should be in their place. So, if you look into the top standing here, you see the top 10 guys comparing all of them, and you see I have 2 athletes marked in red. That's because those 2 guys did not get into the final, but did score the most points in the top 10. The finalists for this year's World's Strongest Man is Mitchell Hooper, Tom Stoltman, Ryan O'Neill, Trey Mitchell, Luke Stoltman, Paddy Haynes, Shane Flowers, Andre Foytu, Eddie Williams, and Pavlo Kurdiaka. But as you can see, there's 2 guys missing here. Eddie Williams and Pavlo Kurdiaka was 9th and 10th in the finals and are going to compete in the World's Strongest Man final now. But when we look at the total score, comparing all the 25 athletes, we find Eddie Williams all the way down in 13th place and Pavlo Kurdiaka in 15th place. Of course, this is not Eddie Williams or Pavlo Kurdiaka's fault, but in my opinion, if we don't talk about the TV show, but who's the strongest man in the world, you should have top placing 10 guys going into the final, which should have been Tristan Hoth and Maxime Boudreau instead of Eddie Williams and Pavlo Kurdiaka. You see, even Lucas Hatton, Austin Andrade did better than Eddie Williams and Pavlo's going into the heat. So that's the struggle, the problem when you have heats, groups, and the third guy in one of the groups is better than the second guy in another group. That's unfortunate, but how it is. But then again, how will we think it will sort out in the final? The best guys, Mitchell Hooper, Tom Stoltman, they no problem make the final anyhow. And Pavlo Kurdiaka and Eddie Williams is for sure good strongman. We're missing out on Maxime Boudreau, and as we know, Maxime Boudreau has been on the podium before. But I get it, these were the rules, everyone know them in beforehand, but in my opinion, when you want the 10 best guys into the World's Strongest Man final, you should have the top 10 scoring guys, not the top 2 placings in one group. A little twist here, when you see we compare all the 25 guys, you see Eddie Williams is above Pavlo Kurdiaka, but when you look in the top 10, who went in with how much points, Pavlo Kurdiaka went in with 2 points and Eddie Williams with 1 point. So that means when you remove the 15 other athletes, there were so many people in between the opposite way, which made Eddie Williams and Pavlo Kurdiaka switch place. That's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section, do you think it's the correct setup now with groups and top 2 going into the final, or would you like to see the actual top 10 guys?